Welcome to State Fair All Access. I'm Andrew Donovan at the Great New York State Fair. The gates open in just a few hours, and the place is bustling with activity. Thousands of people preparing to welcome nearly 1 million people over the next 13 days. This show on WSYR Plus is designed to get you ready for your trip to the fair between now and Labor Day. But before we get to have some fun, there's some serious work to be had. NewsChannel 9 was given exclusive access, the only look into a room that most fairgoers don't even know exists. It's the highly secure Joint Operations Center. No map will lead you to this attraction. Only a select few get a ticket in.
But we've been thinking and planning for all the scenarios that have occurred and may occur all year long. We take it very seriously. This room is an example of that.
A room called the Joint Operations Center. A space with seats for each agency that protects people at the fair. State police, EMTs, the state DOT, the National Weather Service, and more.
This room has been modernized this year with some new tools to try to make sure everybody stays on the same page. So the fair operating condition, it's a geek term we use just to describe how we're operating.
The fair operating condition is based on a combination of factors, including crowds, traffic, and weather. The result is a status of green, yellow, or red.
It's supposed to be an indicator of how busy we are and how stressed the infrastructure is here.
Do you expect to have at least a red moment during this fair?
We could definitely have a red. It depends. It depends on so many factors. They'd all have to peak at the same time. We've seen it before. So yeah, I expect that we see it again.
The fair's emergency management coordinator shows me the monitors that monitor traffic flow, feeds coming from concerts, and eyes in the sky.
Drones are incredible. The things that our drones can do, both in daytime and in nighttime, are very impressive. We can zoom in on if we're looking for, the cause of a disturbance. We can zoom all the way in to see, individual people moving. We can look at traffic.
Fair organizers have been tested the last 2 years with a rumored but not real shooting at a concert and severe weather. It's right here where each crisis is managed.
We've never had anything like this, to my knowledge. This is probably my 27th fair. So for me, we've had locations where we would work out of a room, but not something that is elaborate as this.
You can't control weather. You can't control one person's bad decision. You can't control those things, and that's what keeps me up at night. But I go back to sleep knowing that we have a plan and we're prepared for as best we can.
Most people will never see this room, but each of us benefits from it. I'm now inside the horticulture building with Julie Lefebvre, the New York State Fair director, who is probably the busiest person on the planet today. How are you feeling?
I don't know about that. I think everybody who's rushing to build their stand right now is up there with me, but I'm feeling great. We're going to have sunshine tomorrow. Everything is coming together like we imagined it to be. Everybody's happy to be here. We're excited.
How many State Fair logoed items do you own?
I've lost track because it gets cold at night. I don't know. I like to be comfortable, and this is comfortable for me.
Is there a unique dress for all 13 days?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I plan on doing some laundry.
Okay. In advance of this fair, you allowed NewsChannel 9 exclusive access into the Joint Operations Center.
Yes.
I'm wondering why it was important for fairgoers to see that before the fair starts.
I think this has been a few years in the process. We've had some incidences, and we've obviously made some pretty big changes this year. And I think what we really want people to understand is that we don't just wing it. What we do, any decisions we make, or even every minute during the fair, we're not just winging people's safety. We have an actual plan, and we have a very large team that is keeping fairgoers as safe as possible when we can. And I think that's important to show to people that don't just take our word for it, see it with your own eyes, what we can show you.
And we don't need to rehash every ounce of the changes happening this year. But to recap, it's that there's far more restrictions on vehicles moving into the fairgrounds, driving on the fairgrounds during fair operating hours,
Correct.
Give or take. And therefore, those people that used to be able to drive into the fairgrounds now have to go through screening. Mm-hmm. So those changes really affect vendors. But for fairgoers, not much will change.
Right, it should feel the same. Hopefully you feel just as safe, if not safer, coming through. You're still going to walk through the gate and get screened. Nothing's changed about that process.
Now, for the vendors who have shared their displeasure with you several times and actively still are, do you think people just got to wait and see and try it and see how it feels starting tomorrow?
Yes, but I also want to say that all the conversations we're having are not negative, are not bad. We have a lot of conversations with a lot of vendors who are, we get it. okay, this is what we're going to do this year. And we're seeing a lot of creative problem solving, either on their own or with us. We allow them to have storage units and trailers and tractors. And when you come to the fairgrounds this year, if you pay attention, you might see that it's parked right behind their station or right behind their spot. They're keeping a lot of their inventory there. I'm not saying that we're eliminating all obstacles that they may have, but there is a lot of problem solving happening right now to the very minute till we open the gates.
All right, so that's probably the hardest part of this new fair is the changes to security. What are some exciting things people can look forward to if they come out to the fair the next 13 days?
The Holstein cattle in the Coliseum is amazing. They haven't been there in many years. We have almost double number of cows that we've had since pre-pandemic times. We have America 250 on display everywhere. We have drone shows. We have the 3-ring circus. We have the jet skis. We have so much new. We have the dollar potato, though. We have the 25-cent milk. We have all of everybody's favorites are still here, plus a lot new. Check the app because you're going to be overwhelmed if you come here and wait till you get here.
You got to unveil the butter sculpture a short time ago. What do you think of it? Did you know what it was?
I get to see a picture of it. It is very closely guarded. I saw a picture of it, but no, that was my first time seeing the butter come to life. I love when they add color to it. I love when it looks like they defy gravity with those fireworks. It's so amazing what they can do.
I love the fair structures in there, the main gate and the Ferris wheel. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of fair flavor to it this year. When it comes to parking, traffic, what do you advise people? What's a good fair director's tip?
I think we all can assume that weekends are going to be busier, nighttime is going to be busier. So if you know you're coming during one of those times, check our social media, check conditions, sign up for a text alert, because if something's happening, that's the best way to find out. But I think it's just always prepare. Know when you're coming and know if that's a relatively higher period of time.
Maybe expect to wait in traffic?
And that it is what it is. And we work with our partners, state troopers, we work with the Department of Transportation, and they are great partners, and we do everything we can to get people as quickly as we can through it, but we have to keep everybody safe.
You know, the cash question comes up a lot. You and I talked about it on Newsmakers. You've expanded the reverse ATMs so that people can come with cash and it basically prints them a temporary debit card.
Yes, and there's one in this building right now. So we have our second merch stand right there. You have the Taste Pop-Up Marketplace here. You have vendors in here. So this is one of the locations. Again, you put your cash in there. We're not going to assess any fee on you on that for using it. You put $20 in, you're going to get a card loaded with $20.
How do you survive the fair? Because I'm just seeing you the day before and in the days before, and you're kind of running everywhere, getting pulled in all directions. How do you do it for 13 days?
I find joy in the moments. And there's also, think like a family reunion or something like that. I start to see all these faces that I haven't seen in a year, and it's catching up again, and it's giving a hug, and it's seeing what they have new. We've planned a lot of new things, but some of our vendors and our partners have planned a lot of new things on their own. So it's finding the moments and finding the joy, because that's why all of us, it's not just the State Fair team that runs ragged for 13 days. It's thousands of people here. We all do it because we believe in the product, this fair that we're offering.
All right. Well, congratulations on the beginning of a brand new fair. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We've talked to you a lot over the last few weeks. You've had a lot of questions to answer, but I appreciate all your time, and we thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Andrew.
How about this? Now we're inside the cooler with the butter sculpture with the sculptors, Jim and Marie, back at the State Fair again. How many years, Jim, have you been doing the New York State Fair?
This is 24th year.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is. In 2003, I was called up here to do it. And ironically, that was the year that there was the blackout. And we actually lost power for about, almost a full day in here. It was pretty dicey. Yeah, pretty scary.
And what's it like to get the call back every year?
Oh, well, yeah, we love it. So it's really an honor for us to come back every year, and it's a great tradition for the fair, for fairgoers, and we're just so proud to be part of it.
Tell us about this year's creation.
This is the 250th anniversary of our country, and this is sort of like a New York twist on that whole thing. Some iconic things out of New York. So that was the idea. And milk, also milk.
Take us through each piece.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, the fireworks are very, central to this whole thing here. So it's the focus, I think, of the sculpture, and that's in full red, white, and blue color. Then we have the Empire State Building as it gets lit up, like at the 4th of July as well. And then the Ferris wheel and the gate for the New York State Fair. We have some kids that are eating ice cream, and then we have a farmer showing her cow and a can of milk, and then a baseball player from the AA field with the scoreboard. It's in the bottom of the ninth, actually, on the scoreboard.
Love it, love it. Jim, what was the hardest part to build?
Oh, well, I think the fireworks were the most problematic thing because they're very thin and, and they move all the time, and you've just got to be very careful with them, so that was hard.
Well, thank you both. Congratulations on this masterpiece again. Happy America 250, happy New York State Fair. The sculpture's available for the 13 days of the fair, starting tomorrow inside the Dairy Products building. We're now in the Empire Room, which you might remember was closed last year. Well, now it's open and under the management of Michael Green of Harvey's Garden. Welcome to your re-envisioned Empire Room.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
How did this come to be?
Well, the fair put out an RFP. They said they wanted programming in this space, and that's kind of what Harvey's all about, kind of bringing the community together. So we thought we'd be a good fit, and we're happy to be here.
You also launched Mitzvah this summer. Either way, how did you get it all done?
The best I can. A little sleep, but we're working on it.
Why don't you talk about your offerings here? Of course, your signature beer wall has its own mini version here at the fair.
Yeah, so I think Harvey's is best known for our beer wall. We've got a smaller system here. It's 8 different taps, all New York State beers, and so very similar to what you'd see at Harvey's, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for people.
And for people that don't know how it works, why don't you just show us? Why don't you pick one of your favorites?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll show you the Harvey's Mafia pills, so for all the Bills fans, remember that? So you're just going to tap your card here. That's going to unlock it, and then you can pour as much or as little as you want. So if you want a couple ounces, you just turn it off there, and then you get charged whatever you pour. So
it's brilliant.
$1.50.
It's brilliant. And you have a couple of other cocktails. Well, you have a whole bar, it looks like, and some specialty cocktails.
Yeah, so we're doing a slushy election. So there's Peter Pickle, Betty Blueberry, and every time you buy it, it's a vote for one of them. They're going to have their own social media accounts for campaigns, so it's going to be a fun little competition we're going to be doing.
And it's not just cocktails you're offering. You have, like you said, programming and events as well. Give us a glimpse of the next 13 days.
Yeah, so it's working with the State Fair itself. We're going to be programming this space. So it's everything from trivia to a Buffalo Bills pep rally to line dancing. So just kind of fun activities that'll get people into the space and enjoy the air conditioning.
What does this do for Harvey's and your business? What does being at the fair do for the entire concept?
Well, we want as many people as we can to know about us, and the State Fair brings so many people, so I think from a visibility standpoint, it's good for us.
All right. Congratulations, Michael Green. Thanks so much. Check out the Harvey's Garden satellite location at the Empire Room at the State Fairgrounds, open now when the fair starts through Labor Day. I'm now inside the eatery building in front of the new, improved, expanded chocolate taps with owners Zach and Lisa. Lisa, I'm going to start with you because you don't want me to start with you.
Oh, God.
Talk about the expanded version. You have 2 booths now, basically?
Yeah, we're super duper excited. We were presented the opportunity to take over the booth right next to us, and we just couldn't say no. We needed the space, and we built a custom walk-in cooler to fill that space. We have 4 registers this year and 7 chocolate flowing taps machines as well.
Wow. Zach, what was it like to be able to expand? I mean, it's a lot of work. You basically doubled your footprint here, and it's not like you went light on it. There's a lot of pink paint and graphics and lights.
I'll be honest, not to sound corny, but it was a dream come true. When I got that phone call, we were so excited, and we got immediately to work. We've been working here for the past 3 months, and we're so excited for opening day tomorrow.
Well, we're excited too because you always bring new creations to the fair. Lisa, I'll have Zach explain them in a minute, but how do you even go about coming up with something new? I think sometimes you thought of it all, and then the next year you still come up with something.
It's definitely months and months of preparation. On the last 13th day of the last fair, I'm already thinking of new ideas for the upcoming fair, and it's a lot of tasting and trial and error, and I like to call it mad scientists and just experimenting with flavors.
And so, Zach, what do you have at the fair this year?
Absolutely. So we came up with the Peanut Butter Dubai Cup. Dubai has become such a viral sensation. We wanted to put a twist to it. We also are presenting our Biscoff cookies and cream. And of course, we can't leave the classic cup out. We have the best chocolate money can buy, and sometimes just the simple things are the way to go.
You know, with how expensive it is to do anything nowadays in life, to run a business, how do you figure out how to price stuff?
Honestly, it's a great question. We do have to sit down before the fair. We go over all of our numbers. It is an expensive operation to be here. We have a lot of expenses, but one thing that's super important to us is that we use the best ingredients possible, and we don't skimp out on anything we buy.
Lisa, I know you're here at the booth like nonstop for 13 days, and I've been here and I've seen the line basically go from here to the door of the eatery. What's it like to see all that, see people lining up to be part of your vision?
You know, it's unbelievable. Year after year, I'm still in awe. It just makes me so happy, and all that hard work and energy that we put into it, seeing people line up and wait just to get one of our cups, it really makes my entire day. It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. It brings me that energy and that extra boost I need to get me through those 13 days.
Yeah, and Zach, for you to know that people line up for your food at either location, and you just know you know where your family started the business down the street, it seems like a culmination.
Absolutely. It's an honor for me to be here. I mean, I was raised just down the street at our deli, and that's why I want to make sure that every single product we put out is 100% worth it for every customer waiting in our lines. We're just so grateful.
All right, I'm going to do a little taste testing, but
Please.
Will you hold the microphone for me?
Of course,
Okay.
absolutely.
What should I try first?
Ooh, I think the Biscoff cookie cup.
I do love Biscoff.
Yes.
It's the best part of flying is when they give you little Biscoffs in the
Yes,
package.
exactly. That's what made me kind of think of this cup as well.
Wait, I'm just whipped cream. I need chocolate.
Yes. Get a good bite.
Oh, it's so good. The chocolate's still warm. The Biscoff, wow. Can you buy the Biscoff pieces like this, or do you have to crush up cookies?
So we did buy the Biscoff cookies like this. We searched for the specific supplier, and luckily we were able to find it.
Wow. You guys are going to have to interview yourselves because I'm going to leave with this.
How's that chocolate?
It's incredible. I always think your chocolate's incredible.
The chocolate we have to pre-order over 6 months ago just to be able to get the type of quantity that we need.
Good job moving the mic. That's important.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
I'm learning quick.
All right. Add a little peanut butter, too.
Yes. This is like a peanut butter lover's dream. We still have our classic Dubai pistachio cup, but for those that are not super into pistachios or want to try something a little bit different this year, this is the peanut butter Dubai. So it's the Dubai with the crispy phyllo dough crunched up and baked to perfection, layered throughout the cup with our premium Belgian chocolate, the whipped cream, and then of course you gotta have mini peanut butter cups on top because who doesn't love peanut butter cups?
And they're so good, and they get a little melty because of the warm chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys did it again. How do you explain to people where you are? If they haven't heard of you, how do you tell them how to get to your location?
Yeah, absolutely. We have one location inside the eatery building. And so I always say, look for the eatery building and you'll find our way here.
And there are some imitations out there. Is that true?
Yes. You know, year after year, we kind of expect it. But with our chocolate, we stand behind that product. And I think when you just taste the cup, you can kind of taste the difference.
I'm going to hire you to hold my microphone
Please
for
do.
the whole fair.
I would love it.
No, thank you both so much.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
on
Thank
another
you.
fair and some new amazing menu items. Come see them, Chocolate Taps in the eatery, opening day one of the fair through Labor Day, all 13 days. Come see Zach and Lisa and come taste this amazing chocolate. Thanks so much for joining us on State Fair All Access. We're all excited for 13 days of the Great New York State Fair. Remember, News Channel 9 will be broadcasting from here. Our location is the front of the Expo Center. It's a great time to meet everyone who watches us all year, but we actually get to shake their hands and say hello right here at the Great New York State Fair. Best of luck to everyone coming out, everyone working. Remember, it's a summertime tradition in Central New York. The New York State Fair begins now.
Syracuse football is back, and so is Orange Nation. Join us as we preview Fran Brown's third year at the helm as he and the Orange look to bounce back from last season. Orange Nation, August 31st at 7 on News Channel 9 and WSYR+.